Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, the #1 YouTube channel for you to level up your communication skills, learn the art of public speaking, social skills, and personal branding to take your message to the world. For today's episode, I'm going to be giving you a strategy for long-term thinking when it comes to developing your communication skills. It doesn't matter what you're trying to improve, whether it's public speaking, becoming more charismatic in social interactions, or trying to build your online personal brand. Whatever the case is, you have to have the right mindset. You have to. Because without the right mindset, you're starting off on very poor fundamentals. And here's the thing, your mindset's not going to be right from the very beginning. There's going to be a lot of limiting beliefs that you have to unlearn, and then there's going to be a lot of empowering beliefs that you have to relearn. The whole thing is a process. However, there's certain frameworks that you need to be able to follow for your mindset to start clicking in the right direction. And the biggest framework that you have to understand is that competing with other people is a waste of your time. Let me say that again. Competing with other people is a waste of your time. Now, don't get me wrong. Competing with other people, there's certain benefits. It makes you more aware of what you want to improve. And in many ways, we all have that competitive spirit to just get better. But here's the thing though, even though that you are going to see improvements in the very beginning, and you'll probably see improvements for the next few months or so, eventually you're going to start feeling unfulfilled. Whenever you are looking at the external world for indications of where you should go next, it is not a good sign. There's always going to be some people that are just a few steps ahead of you. And if that's your measuring stick, that ain't good, homie. What you have to start doing is you need to start competing with yourself. And this may seem a little weird because you're probably like, why would I want to compete against myself? I'm my friend. I don't want to be my competitor now. But you need to be. If you want to improve your communication skills at astronomical rates, you need to compete against yourself. I want to tell you a story that's really going to illustrate this point. I remember this was a few years ago. I had just started digital marketing. Now, mind you, I have zero experience regarding digital marketing at this time, and I don't know anything. I just know that I want to make some money. So at this point, I decided to join a forum where multiple digital marketers from all around the world are in it, and they collaborate, they bounce ideas off one another, and overall, it seemed like it was worth the investment. So once I joined this forum, I decided that, I want to shortcut the system. So I formed a mastermind, a very exclusive mastermind, myself and 2 other members. We are going to hold each other accountable through our entire journey. We're going to make sure we start making money together. So we all individually start beginning our campaigns, and we would meet up once a week to discuss our ideas. Well, personally for me, week after week after week, I just kept failing and failing and failing. I kid you not, all my campaigns had failed, and I would say I lost a couple of hundreds to thousands of dollars in this failed venture. And I felt really discouraged. I felt very, very discouraged. However, by month three, something had changed. I finally had a campaign that was green. It was profitable. Now you may be wondering, all right, Armani, how much money did you make? I made a staggering $6.42. Now look, the money wasn't that much, but at least it broke a limiting belief. I understood now that you could make money online, that this whole online marketing thing wasn't a scam. So with this good news, I go to my mastermind to share these news to help them become profitable as well. And right when I'm about to break the news, the other mastermind also announces that he had his first green campaign today as well. I was a little bummed out because I wanted to be the first one. I asked him how much he made. He asked me to share my number first. I proudly said $6.42. And he looked at me and says, yo, good job, bro. Amazing. Excellent. And I asked him how much he made. He said $285. $285, and I'm over here making $6. Automatically, I went from feeling very grateful to feeling a little jealous. Actually scratch that, very jealous. And I was very resentful. I didn't let him know, of course, but I was a little upset that this person that started the same exact day as me made so much more money. So I left, and for the next few hours, I was just wallowing in misery. I was really, really upset. A few hours in, I thought, wait a minute. Armani, he made way more money than you, but here's the thing. He's in your mastermind. Why are you resenting his success? Why don't you ask him what he did so he can help you with your campaign as well? So eventually I went to this individual and I asked him if he could help me with my campaign. And he was really, really excited to help. By the time he helped me make a few tweaks. Guess what happened? My $6 whatever campaign turned into a $95 campaign. I more than quadrupled the profit. Ultimately, I learned a huge lesson that day. Imagine if I continued to hate on this individual. I could have kept hating, but I would have been hating with my $6. But eventually, I decided that I could learn from this individual, that this individual could help me in my journey as well. And he did. He helped me make a lot more profits. So here's the ultimate lesson that you want to learn from this video. The ultimate lesson is that in this communications world, it's not a competition. It's just not. Because different people are running different races. Some people want to become better public speakers, and they've been working on their craft for a few months, for a few years. Now you, as a beginner, is it smart to be competing with that individual? No, because you are just starting. You guys are in different levels at this point. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't begin. Because here's the thing. Here's the ultimate mentality hack that this whole video comes down to. You don't want to be competing with other people. You want to be competing with your prior day self. Let me give you an example. With these YouTube videos, I don't really care about other channels like that. I really don't. What I care about is making today's video better than the one I released on Monday. And I want Friday's video to be better than today's one. That's all I'm focused on, making my videos better than my previous ones. And when you think like that, now you get out of your ego and you get more heart-based. So when you become more heart-based, rather than overlooking other people's success, you learn to learn from them. You learn to learn from them. That is so big. Because when that individual at first told me how much money he made, automatically I went into my ego and I shut down. But eventually, when I realized that I could work with him, I became more heart-based and I started to pick up a lot of the lessons that I was initially overlooking in our conversation. So you want to become heart-based. And the way you become heart-based is by competing with your prior day self over and over and over again. And the more that you do this, the more that you stop running in all different directions, being pulled in all these different ways, and you start focusing on this one path, and you just focus on moving forward every single day. That's how you level up. These are the concepts I cover in the Level Up Mentality. I'll drop a link in the description box right on below. But you got to compete with your prior day self. When you start doing this, you start feeling more creative. And a few videos ago, I mentioned that creativity is the gasoline for communication skills. It's the lifeblood of it. You don't want to be logical and always being predictable. You want to be creative. And you want to be creative when you're relaxed, when you're in a nice flow state. You're not going to do that if you're always feeling unfulfilled about how much farther you have left to go. When you start competing with your prior day self, you start looking at how far you have come. And when you acknowledge how far you've come, you're much more hopeful of how far you have left to go. That's the mindset you want to start operating with. And that's how you start becoming more creative and you start focusing on your own lane. It doesn't matter what other people are doing, how much ahead other people are than you. You guys are running different races. Learn from people who make you jealous because they're making you jealous for a reason, homie. They're sparking your internal desire, and jealousy can become a compass when you use it correctly. So from here on out, as you're progressing in your communications journey, I want you to focus more on yourself. Really compete with the person across the mirror. Compete with your prior day self over and over again. And I guarantee you, I don't care how you're trying to improve your communication skills, it will improve gradually over time. If this video helped you and you want to keep on leveling up your communication skills, like I said, compete with your prior day self, and you will do that with the frameworks talked about in the Level Up mentality. Go on and grab your copy today, and like I said, my friend, level up. Thank you for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next episode.